Imagine living in a home where love feels like a transaction and approval is conditional, where your feelings are dismissed and your needs always come second, or perhaps don't matter at all. This is the reality for children of narcissistic parents. In this video, we'll unpack the impact of narcissistic parenting. Growing up under the shadow of a narcissist doesn't just affect childhood, it has lifelong consequences. Today, we'll 1. Define narcissistic parenting and its characteristics. 2. Explore the deep emotional and psychological scars it leaves on children. 3. Offer actionable steps for healing and breaking free from these toxic dynamics. If this resonates with you or someone you know, stay tuned. This knowledge can empower you to take control of your story and begin your journey to healing. A narcissistic parent prioritizes their self-interest, often using their children to fulfill unmet emotional needs. Narcissistic traits include a sense of entitlement, excessive need for attention, lack of empathy, and a distorted sense of superiority. When these traits dominate parenting, they create an unhealthy family environment. Narcissistic parents often fail to provide emotional support, leaving their children feeling isolated and invalidated. They minimize or dismiss their children's feelings, often labeling them as too sensitive or dramatic. These parents project their insecurities onto their children, blaming them for their own shortcomings. For example, if the parent feels unsuccessful, they might shame the child for not excelling in school or sports. They exert control over their children's choices, from friendships to career paths, often using guilt or fear to enforce compliance. They see their children as extensions of themselves. A child's achievements are only celebrated if they reflect positively on the parent. Conversely, failures are treated as personal betrayals. Tactics like gaslighting, guilt tripping, and withholding affection are common. This keeps the child in a state of confusion and dependency. Narcissistic families often have clearly defined roles, such as the golden child favored and praised as a source of the parent's pride, but under constant pressure to meet expectations. The scapegoat, blamed for the family's problems and subjected to criticism and neglect. The invisible child, overlooked and ignored, left to navigate life without parental guidance. Narcissistic parenting can deeply affect a child's emotional and psychological well-being. Constant criticism and conditional love lead children to internalize the belief that they're not good enough. To avoid conflict or punishment, children learn to suppress their feelings, often disconnecting from their own emotions entirely. Growing up in an unpredictable environment creates a constant state of alertness, leading to anxiety and difficulty relaxing. These children often struggle with self-identity because they were conditioned to prioritize their parents' needs over their own. Many develop an intense need to please others, even at the expense of their well-being, as a learned survival mechanism. This fear drives them to avoid conflict and stay in unhealthy relationships, mirroring the dynamics they experienced at home. To gain approval, they strive for perfection, creating an unsustainable cycle of self-criticism. These children often feel responsible for others' happiness, neglecting their own needs. Betrayal by a parent makes trusting others challenging, leading to isolation or dysfunctional relationships. The emotional scars left by narcissistic parents can manifest in both short-term and long-term effects on children's mental health. Common symptoms include anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem, which can persist into adulthood. Recognizing and addressing these emotional wounds is crucial for beginning the healing process. Strategies such as therapy, mindfulness, and self-help resources can aid in recovery and foster emotional well-being. Acknowledge that your parents' behavior is rooted in their narcissism, not your inadequacy. Narcissistic behavior reflects their issues, not your worth. Clearly state what behaviors you will no longer tolerate, such as verbal abuse or emotional manipulation. When engaging with a narcissistic parent, minimize emotional reactions to their provocations. If maintaining a relationship is too damaging, it's okay to distance yourself or go no contact. Explore hobbies, passions, and goals that reflect your authentic interests, not what was imposed on you. Replace self-critical thoughts with affirmations of your inherent worth and capabilities. Therapy can provide tools to process trauma, build resilience, and establish healthy patterns. Support groups connect you with others who've had similar experiences, offering validation and shared strategies. Begin by listening without interrupting. Create a safe space for them to express their feelings. Validate their feelings and experiences. Acknowledge their pain and let them know it's okay to feel hurt. Encourage them to set healthy boundaries. Help them understand the importance of self-care and personal space. Suggest professional help, like therapy. Recommend finding a therapist who specializes in narcissistic abuse recovery. Share resources such as support groups and books. Provide information on online forums and local community groups. Avoid minimizing their pain with phrases like, "They're still your parent." Instead, offer empathy and understanding. Reflecting on your feelings can help process emotions and track growth. Techniques like meditation or deep breathing can reduce anxiety and improve self-awareness. Treat yourself with kindness and patience, recognizing the strength it took to survive a toxic environment. Letting go doesn't mean excusing the abuse. It means releasing its hold on your future. Focus on building the life you deserve. Practice expressing your needs and boundaries clearly and respectfully. Seek out friendships and partnerships that are based on mutual respect and understanding. Growing up with a narcissistic parent is an incredibly difficult experience, but it doesn't define who you are. By understanding the dynamics, setting boundaries, and focusing on healing, you can rewrite your story and live a fulfilling, authentic life. If this video resonated with you, share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with anyone who might benefit. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are worthy of love and respect, just as you are. Until next time, take care and stay strong.